Welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. So in the last video, I talked about acting and professional and stuff like that. I'm very, very professional. I just not have had a professional gig. And the one professional gig I had, they got to fighting and we never got off the ground. I tell y'all about the time that the guys offered me a role, and the only thing I had to do was learn how to do the 619. And I learned the 619 pretty freaking quickly because I am a Rey Mysterio fan, so I'm pretty sure I can still do it at 49. As Rey Mysterio, I believe, is older than me, and he's still rocking the 619. So, you know, I'm um I'm doing that, and then the movie never happens, and I don't know the movie's not gonna happen until I bump into the guys on the street. So outside of the stuff that I've made, and since only one thing is up, and that's on Kung Fu Havoc number 1, which is the Path of Ascension, we can't really say that I've had professional work. I have had a professional work if you count what the hell was it? When I did Peter Fawcett for the city of Charlottesville, I had good reviews, but I was never invited back. It might have been a colorism thing because my character was supposed to be a slave, and I might not have been black enough to be returning, and they probably just didn't want to say anything because I don't phenotypically look black. So they probably were like, yeah, that kid was pretty good, and he was fast on his feet, because everything we made him study was bullshit. But he's not really black enough to play this part. And that could happen. I'm not mad about it. They never invited me back. It was called, damn, what the hell was it called? We do it every year because it ends at Edgar Allan Poe's place at the university. Um, Ghost of Charlottesville or some shit. I don't know what the hell it was called. But anyway, just take that as a stab in the dark. I didn't get paid for it, but it was a professional gig where we did all these ghosts and stuff. And it was right by the historical museum of Charlottesville because that's where we got all the information from. And they set me on a corner and told me this stuff. And an hour before filming came, it was okay. Everything you've been learning for like the last 2 weeks. Yeah, throw that shit out the window. Here's 5 facts. This is all we can find. And I was like, what? He said, this is 5 facts, and you only have an hour to know what the fuck you're supposed to say. So they gave me a sheet of paper with 5 facts, and I had to learn them, and then I had to figure out how to um, roughly translate them. And so when it comes down to acting, professionally, you're going to want to be respectful to the producers and directors and all that stuff because you don't want to lose that job. Especially if you haven't ever gotten a real good job, which is why I said, if Sony or Disney came at me and said, you're going to play Scarlet Spider and Spider-Man 2099, and they told me, look, we're going to alter the script because you're short, but we're going to let you play that role. You better believe there will be no more cussing coming out of my mouth unless somebody accidentally hits me in the mouth. Like, boom, while we're fighting the scene and they tag me by accident. Yeah, then I'm probably going to swear a little bit because, getting hit sucks. Anyway, you're gonna change your perspective as an actor, as a professional. Now, once you get established, don't get too big for your britches, because that's like the one thing I've said. And a lot of people get into acting and they forget where they came from, they forget who they are, and they change at the drop of a hat. They get a little bit more money in their pocket, and they're like, oh, screw this, I can do what I want now. People are gonna hire me. Well, I'm on the fear of how easily I can be replaced. All right. So whatever company signs me or gives me a job, you better believe I'm gonna be brown nosing like a very professional brown noser. I almost cussed. As I'm going to do what you pay me to do. I'm going to respect what you tell me to do. You tell me this is how this fight scene is going to work. You're going to work on this fight scene for about 5 months, and you're going to get paid to come to work every day, and we want you in shape. So you're going to go to the gym for an hour. You're going to come to the set. It's like, well, how long are we going to be on the set? So you're going to be on the set for about 5 hours. So then I'm not going to the gym until after we're done. I say, because I want to be focused to make sure this stuff is good. And if we're going to be doing cardio anyway, because we're working on the fight scene, then I don't want to go to the gym because I'm going to be like this when I get there. And I'm not going to be able to function. So I'm going to be like, okay, so we're going to have to differentiate on that. It's like, okay, look, why don't we work the fight scene today, and I can go to the gym any other day of the week, or you can have the gym at the studio, so I can go to the gym after we work that fight scene. I say, I'll take care of the body. Don't worry about that. But like this fight scene and making it look good and having it clean and no one gets hurt, that's a little bit more important. And the reason why I'm so cautious is mostly because of the whole Brandon Lee thing, and with the recent thing that happened in Rust, you know, I want to make sure I'm safe. I don't want to get shot by accident because somebody didn't do their job or their due diligence in making sure that that we're safe. As actors, you are picking one of the hardest careers to get into and one of the most dangerous careers as well. You may not want to believe that, but it is the truth. You will understand that a lot of actors have lost their life filming. Alright? Brandon Lee wasn't the first, but he's one of the most memorable. James Dean was close enough to being the first. If he wasn't the first, he definitely was one of the first. Um, the three people who died in the Twilight Zone movie from the 80s, the actor and the two young kids who got their heads decapitated by the helicopter. I'm sorry that was graphic, but it's a thing. Um, they all died on the set. You know, so you want to be safe as an actor. You want to be safe. You want to take all the precautions you can. I can't show up tired. All right. So when they say be home at this time and go to bed, oh, I'm at home. You don't have to worry because I'm not a partier. I've never been a partier. So that's not going to be a problem. They say you need to be in the bed by 2100. Oh, you better believe 2100. I'm in the bed. I probably won't be asleep, but I'll be in the bed. And then if they say you got to be up at 0400 so that you can be at the set by 0600, or for those in English terms, 0400 is 4 a.m. 600 is 6 a.m. So you better believe that I am going to be doing what I am told, just for the simple fact that I want to make sure that I don't screw this up, and so that anybody in the stunt team or anybody in the scene doesn't get hurt in the process. And you have to understand these things to happen. The guy that played, damn it, what the hell did he play? He was in Xena, played Ares. He passed away on the set of a film. As he left the show to go do that movie, I don't think the movie was ever finished. I believe his name was Kevin Smith. I'm not going to swear to it. There's more than one Kevin Smith, but this Kevin Smith was from Xena. And I'm pretty sure that he is deceased. And it was before the show came to an end, and I think it's about the time that Hercules was coming to an end. So, actors die on the sets all the freaking time, and you have to be accepting that as you become an actor, you are putting your life in the hands of the director, and sometimes the shot is a little bit more important than you. So, I mean, watch Jackie Chan and them. They'll tell you, sometimes they just want to get that shot. If it's a good shot, they want that shot. So, if it's a good shot, they keep that shot. And ask Jackie how many bones he's broken, and about the hole in the back of his head for getting that good shot. And those shots are still in the movie, which is another reason why a lot of people blacklist Jackie Chan for breaking bones and stuff, because they don't want to deal with that shit as an insurance company because he's a high insurance risk. But, and I'm sorry for swearing because I just said a cuss word just in case I'm holding myself to it so that you can hold it to me too. The thing about making movies is, depending on that movie, if you're doing a drama with like this much action, there's little to no chance of you getting hurt or getting unalive, unless like a firearm or something is brought into play on the drama. If you're doing an action film, there is a high probability that you are going to get hurt or unalive if people don't stand on their mark. If you miss a line, that's not as important as you like making sure that when somebody's swinging that blade at you, even though it's a prop can still do damage, and it can probably still hurt you on some level or another, and you don't want that. So you have to understand, as an actor and a stunt person, and if you have to do your own stunts, you need to understand how things like this work, because things like this do happen to actors all the freaking time. And this is why stuntmen have their little association. This is why actors have other associations, and this is why these things tend to happen, so that you got some kind of insurance. And a lot of people don't go into that stuff, and they don't talk about that stuff. And just like when I tell you guys about martial arts and not practicing unsafe martial arts, It's the same thing with acting. You have to make sure that you are safe on that set, you know. And I would tell people like right away, the first person that signs me, if they gave me a great deal, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. Even if I'm only in the film for like 5 minutes. Like I'm not even really in the film. I'm just in the film for 5 minutes. Like, all right, this is what's gonna happen. You're in the film, but you die. Cash a check. Like, but yeah, just write the check. And they'll be like, why are you so adamant? It's like, look, dude, I've been busting my butt for over 20 some odd years to get noticed in this business. As a mixed person, no one looks at me. And now that there's a lot more native things coming out, I'm going as native because mixed people aren't getting the attention because mixed people aren't having people write stories about us. So if I just go native, Echo Fang Grey Wolf was born because James Williams Jr. wasn't getting anything done. And he was trying and trying and trying, but nothing was happening. So Echo Fang Grey Wolf it is. The world is going to know me as Echo Fang Grey Wolf, and they have to because James Williams Jr. wasn't getting anything done. And it wasn't my fault because I was trying. I was busting my butt day in and day out. If there was a casting call, I was there. It just wasn't working. They were looking over my head. So now, at 49, I flipped the script. And I'm going to tell you, before I go any further, I should have did this when Bruce Almighty came out, but I was dumb. Alright? I tell you guys this story before. I will tell it to you long and short. When I applied for Bruce Almighty, Concuss or some movie about natives was being filmed down in South Carolina. I'm so dumb that instead of like trying to find a way to South Carolina or North Carolina or whatever, I'm at this Bruce Almighty thing and the native lady walks by and she literally asks me, she's like, you native? And I was like, I'm mixed native. She's like, well, they're hiring native actors down in North Carolina. I also didn't have a car, which is like not really my fault, but at that same time, had I thought about it and had I knew if I had family or something down there, my ass would have been gone. I'm sorry for cussing, but I didn't have any of those options. I wish I would have because then I would have been able to go and do that, but I didn't. So I should have started right then and there. I should have changed my name and became Echo Fang Grey Wolf instead of Brandon Kramer or um, Brandon Fang Chang, whatever the hell I had. I had a lot of different names, you know. So now that I embrace my native heritage, I came up with Echo Fang Grey Wolf, and it's staying. There might be some name issues later down the road. Like once I get famous, once you get famous, people are gonna want to attack you for your name, and they're gonna want to do things that's unbecoming or whatever. And I'll just change the name. I'll keep Echo. I'll just spell it the way it's supposed to be spelled instead of the way I spelled it. I like the way I spelled it, but you know what? I could always put a hyphen in it, and it'll be what it'll be. But I'm not gonna talk up any negative. Let's get back to the point. So, as a mixed person and as a mixed native, with all the stuff that is now coming and they're finally starting to give Native Americans representation on TV, I got a fighting chance now. And I'm going to take that fighting chance. So, please stay with me. I'm going to go fix my 9-9 thing. Hopefully Sunday. I was supposed to have been fixing it like 2 weeks ago, and I never did. I was supposed to hook 9-9 up to this thing. I never did. It's all my fault. Things just got in the way, and I just didn't take the time to make the time. And after Saturday, when I go on my drive run to the hotel and then to the thing and then go home, then we're gonna be good. Because I know that I can check in at 7 in the morning at the hotel. I'm probably not gonna do that. I might check in at 9. And then the event starts at 12. So I'm probably going to drive around at the event. I'm probably going to leave for the event at more than likely 11, 11:30. That way I can get down there, hopefully be able to find a parking spot, and then meet up with Roland, get the pass, set the table up, and be ready to go. So that's generally the plan. Now, as far as acting, you have to be aware that you are no longer in charge. It is not the same as when you are making independent films where everybody collaborates. What that director and what that producer and what the fight choreographer tell you to do, that's your job. Accept it, deal with it, do your best, and then move on. And also know that you're going to film a scene. Probably for like 3 weeks, it might just be one scene. Now, for everyone else, I'm going to tell you how I do it with independent films. I have 4 cameras. They are obsolete compared to the things we have today, but I have 4 cameras. And in those 4 cameras, I set them in 4 different spots. So whatever gives me the best angle and the best audio, I put them together. And that way it generally works out in my favor. You know? So once that's established, you get everything straight, and then you put your film together, and then you pray for the best. With my TV series, The Path of Ascension, that is the movie. With my TV series, the Guardians of the Earth, I had everything set. Everything was good to go, and then it was gone. I still have the footage in one of these baskets over here somewhere. My Scarlet Spider fan film, it's done. I just don't have the means of putting it together. I would love to be able to put it together, but I can't because I don't have the means to. The terabyte that I have does not work with this laptop. I have tried to reach out to the people at Piedmont, and they have not returned anything to me. I will try to call Clemens University and ask them what's their COVID protocol and if there's somebody I can talk to up there and when can I set an appointment to come and do that. Or if I can pay somebody like $50 just to put the damn thing together, put it on a disc, and then let me know when it's done, and then I'll come put my YouTube up and let them upload it to my YouTube. Because it's really the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Because I'm not tech savvy. Anyway, like I said, all my stuff is ready to go. I just need to be able to get it up online. My Guardians of the Earth is ready. I just got to get the footage together. My my very first film, Fallen Dragons, is ready. I have to find the footage for The Dragon's Breath, but it's also ready. It's done. I just got to find the footage. Some of the stuff's already on CDs, I think. This is a Clone Affair. I can't show it to you, but it's ready. It's Josh and I fighting each other, and then we're fighting our clones, And I did this way before Gemini Man came out. So, if anybody says, oh, Gemini Man did that, I was like, yeah, Gemini Man had money and they had Will Smith. I did this shit, a Clone Affair, based on an episode of a Double Dragon comic book. And I figured that, and I also played the bad guy. But you don't get to see me because I'm in a white mask with sunshades on, so you don't get to see me. You know it's me. I'm in this Kung Fu gi right here. But you know it's me. You can't tell it's not me. And then you see me fighting me and some more stuff. And you know what? Hold on. We're gonna try an experiment. It might play, but it might not play. So let's find out. That was ejecting. If it plays, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna put this in a safer spot. Right there. I'm not guaranteed this thing's gonna play, y'all. Like, at all. Remote. Again, not guaranteed this thing's gonna play. There's a question mark on this thing. Cannot recognize the disc. Cannot recognize the disc. Okay, that totally sucks. Like, totally sucks. If I restart the machine, it might recognize the disc. we'll see in a second, but it's no guarantee. But you know, it was made in the '90s, so you will be able to tell at how old it is if it even held up. But yeah, I did that. You know, I made films. They just didn't work the way I planned it. So I mean, and I loved making films and stuff, man. I really do. I am happiest when I am in front of the camera. You know, I am happiest when I am sitting here and throwing kicks in people's faces and having a freaking blast, you know. And I'm pretty sure this might not work, but if it does, then we're good. And if it doesn't, then we're not. We're just gonna suck. And I don't have power in my other laptop because it's I don't know what I do with the power cord. That's just pretty much it in a nutshell. And I don't have time to find it because I don't want to be up on here all night knowing that I got things that I need to do. Let's see if this thing is working. Sooner or later, it's gonna let me know if I can play the disc. So, gonna wait for it. But you know, you put your heart and soul in this stuff, and you know, you deserve the chance to be seen. Even if nobody likes your stuff, you still deserve the chance to be seen. And what the heck's going on with this damn thing? I need to renew my membership with PlayStation Plus. Let me eject the tape and come back. Let's see if it sends me a message about not being able to read the disc. And if it does, then we won't worry about it. But hopefully the next time I'll be able to find something that I can play it on and see how it rolls. Well, it's got an unrecognizable disc. Alright, so that's not going to work. Let me take it back out. Alright. Let me see if I can find a miracle. I've had a lot of issues with PlayStation, y'all. Rest mode. I'm also going to need another controller at some point, at some time. And right now, the only thing that is important is that I have money to survive GalaxyCon. Right, give me a couple of seconds. If this works, I'll bring it back. If it don't work, I'll bring it back. Alright, so we're going to try and borrow somebody else's stuff. Hopefully. This won't be too much of a pain. Maybe y'all will get lucky and y'all will see something that I've done. Figure out how to plug this puppy up. Okay, that's this. I hope that's actually the right plug. Damn it. People, I literally did a a TikTok about tying up your cord and how it messes up the stuff inside of your cord, which doesn't allow you to film. I mean, it doesn't allow you to use your stuff. Okay. Let's find out. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, so please don't get your hopes up. Here's to praying. I don't know if it's gonna work. But if it does, oh my God, it's working. Okay, here's the volume. Oh, that's the stop button. No, we don't want to do that. Where's the play button? Oh, here's the play button. Well, where the hell's the volume? That was one of my favorite songs. Okay, so I had a friend do some digital. See, there's me. Yeah, this is called a clone affair. Let's fast forward to the fight scene. Okay, so there's me and Jay Diz. I know this sucks, so we're gonna put it up a little higher. Where the hell's the volume again? Okay. Sorry, Rob Zombie. Those are my clones. You see the glitch? See the special effects? It was all green screen. See the glitch? Yeah, there was a lot of glitches back then. Again, more Rob Zombie. Okay, so get past this shit. So in case you don't know, the originals of the guys, I got those two guys. They're the original. The guy with the scarf and the guy without the scarf. And then we're gonna fight on this bridge here. Fast forward. They've been walking for a while. Alright, that's just the gist. So basically we just stood in a spot and we did green screen and there's the bridge. Can I zoom? So yeah, we were only like taking 3 and 4 steps. That was a glitch. Again, I apologize for the stuff here. Damn. So as you can see, there's some issues. Yes, I actually got kicked in the testicles right there. I do apologize for the Bodies from Drowning Pool. It's one of my favorite groups. So there were some glitches. But you understand the concept. And there's me again. I know that humming is getting on y'all nerve. So this is Josh about to beat one of my clones. And now my clone's gonna get his ass kicked. We actually made this for MTV, and that shit just didn't happen. Now Jay Diz has been with me from the beginning, y'all. The most unrealistic move in the universe. The hand getting caught thing. We didn't know where the line was, so we had to just go with it. As you can see, the split. I was actually supposed to fall and burst into dust. Didn't have that effect. This clone's beating my ass. Hey, look! When I can kick up. As you can see, I screwed up wearing blue jeans because blue jeans don't work on green screens. So fun to watch this stuff. We literally had like maybe 2 feet between us to actually pull this off, because if you look carefully, you can see where the screen like rocks and shit. See where his body's cut off at? Where's the pause button on this damn thing? Okay, you see where his body's cut? Like right there? That was as far as we could walk. Yeah. So, like, right there was as far as we could walk. That was it. And, like, right there at that little stick right there. So we literally had 4 feet that we could work with. Alright, so we're going to fast forward to the end of the film because there's nothing else exciting about this whole damn thing. And that's the explosion. Let's go back and watch the explosion. Damn it. Where's the damn play button? Okay, so that's the building. We also use that for the cleanup. He doesn't make it. They actually make it, even though they got a little scorched. I was such an idiot. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of that. Yeah, I think it just started all over again. Well, those were oh, my bad. I probably should have showed y'all that. Hold on. Where the hell's the volume on this damn thing? Okay, mute the shit. Okay, now I gotta rewind it so I can show you guys some slightly cool shit. Okay. Stop. Oh, for the love of God. It won't stop. I hate technology. This thing, can it take me to a menu? Yep, menu. Tap any key to continue. Okay. Where's the play button? Okay. So this is the end. I've muted it so you guys can see all the dumb shit, like the after stuff. So everything that you see is like green screened and took off of the computer. This damn thing to start it all over again. Go to the menu. Okay, the menu is not allowed. Fantastic. So we'll just... Oh, damn it. That's not what I want. I hate technology, y'all. Why are you not playing? Okay. Well, as y'all can see, I'm not tech savvy. And we're having technical difficulties. I'm going to eject this bitch. So, like I said, Clone Fair. I don't know where the other stuff is. But, Clone Affair for sure. No. Like I said, I had other movies. They just aren't. Okay, hold on. There's a Guardians of the Earth soundtrack, Dragon's Breath, and The Today Show. I know, that was America's ass. Oh, for the love of God. I don't know if this is gonna play. But, if it does, this would be the Dragon's Breath. Again, there's no guarantee this thing's gonna play. It's loading. Oh, I even get a menu. Alright, so you have the opening, meet the bad guy, we hate Koei, because that was my character's name, Koei. Friendship found, and final, and then bloopers. So, it's like 30 minutes, so we're not going to do that. But we're going to do the opening. And thank you, Mr. Lee, Mr. Henry Lee. You will see him. This is called The Dragon's Breath. This there fast forward on this damn thing. Oh, no, no, no. No, I want to do that. Go back. Why in the Sam hell? Okay. We gotta see if we can rewind, because that's the bad guy. Okay, so that's me at Rick's house. God rest his soul. He allowed me to film in his house. That's the replacement girl. Just some random girl that walked onto my screen and we just decided to use her. That's what happens when I get knocked out. I'm having a dream about her at the beginning. And the young lady with the bad guy, she's another girl who just walked on the set, and next thing you know, we're playing. So play. It starts at nighttime. I come in for a late night. I go to bed. Um, Mr. Lee is the guy. You're gonna see him in a minute. The Asian fellow over there. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Thank you. I'm sorry that I failed you, but thank you. And I did fail Mr. Lee. I failed him really, really badly. So we filmed at the University of Virginia, the Coliseum. We filmed a lot of places that we're not supposed to film, but we just film anyway. And so, again, this is Rick's house. I'm just gonna like bat through it, take y'all to some fight scenes. So, this is me dreaming. I guess I can unmute it because we used our own sound that time. Yeah, that we Jerry rigged some cell phones. Technically, they were Power Ranger toys. So, I don't know this young lady, but thank you for walking on to my film set. So we used your backside. So that's me dreaming. Just want to use the fast forward button. Okay. So we're gonna drive the story. Put it on 16. Still doesn't seem fast enough. I know you guys can't see it because it's so dark. Alright, that's the bad guy in the white shirt. Him and I don't really associate with each other anymore. It's more his fault than mine. We won't go into the personal details on that. I needed a bad guy, and at the time he was set to go. Some of these people are already successful actors, but not me. That lady there, that young lady there, and we're gonna get back so that they don't give me any legal issues. Why are you not working? So you know, just in case some eagle-eyed people happen to see it. Alright, stop. Go back. There's Mr. Lee. I need to go back. Rewind. Rewind. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Okay, there are some bad moments of language in here. So we're gonna mute that shit because I use the N-word in this thing and I don't really like using the N-word, but Jay Diz pushed my buttons and made me use the N-word. So we're gonna show you this entire scene, but we're going to mute it. Okay, I screwed up. This is blind fighting. Very well choreographed, but it's not gonna look very well choreographed when you watch this. But we're gonna rewind and go further back. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you see it. That was the talking, the dialogue that really sucked. Because I'm against using the N-word. I've always been against using the N-word. And he thought it would be cool to use the N-word. And I had promised my father after I made Fallen Dragons that I wouldn't do too much swearing in any more films that I did. Because I swore a lot in Fallen Dragons. Oh, frat me. Okay, rewind just a touch. And play. So this is probably one of the worst things I've ever done when I put the 4 square things, because at the time I thought that shit was cool. It was not cool. I will never make that mistake again, as you know. there, my 360. I was gonna do a 180 initially, but I was like, nah, I can do the 360. Let me go ahead and do the 360. And JD is like, you should do the 360. Do the 360. Now he's younger than me, and I let him pressure me into doing the 360. We were at my current place of business. Drunken Master. You know, you have to like make it workable for TV. Real Drunken Master is a lot more complicated than that. So, and my back was better then. So now we're going to use these blindfolds and bound fighting. So, again, witness that I actually can do bound fighting, but this is choreographed. There's a difference. This is blindfold fighting. It's also choreographed, so please do not attempt. It's also 10:19, so I gotta speed this up because I gotta get ready to go take these dogs out. We had to keep it short so it'll be more realistic. And now we're gonna do bound fighting before Mr. Lee comes in. Mr. Lee is playing a character who knows my grandfather. My character's supposed to be black and Chinese. So as you can see, that was choreographed. To no reveal, not very good choreographed. Spinning back kick. No. He's gonna come at me again. I'm gonna go behind him. I'm gonna choke him out with these damn things. But also, as you can see, the rope is longer than what I normally train with. And I was trained for safety purposes. Normally, if your hands are bound, they're bound tighter than that. So you gotta be real careful with that shit. Alright, so it's 20 after. I'm gonna make a second part to this, and we're gonna go from there. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Number 2, BC.